All right, we're back in the shop again today. Finally going to get back to work on this Mustang. We've got most of our parts in. Actually, I think we've got just about everything we ordered came in. All the seat upholstery's here, seat cushions, floor pans, carpet, door panels, all the interior trim stuff is here finally. First thing we got to do with the interior is get these floor pans replaced. We're just doing the rears, but I'll give you a little update on what we did get done over the past few weeks. We didn't film it all because a lot of it was cleaning, except for the tires. We did put new tires on it. We were missing one of the poverty caps. Ordered some off of eBay. Well, I ordered what I thought was one off of eBay. Ended up being 4, so now I've got 3 extras. Oh well. But we did, when I took those off, I got the wheels all cleaned up and repainted them black. So they look good behind the hubcaps there. Every one of these wheels is got a little bit of a wobble to it, so they took quite a bit of weight to balance. What else? The top turned out really nice. All the old dirt came out of it. It looks not brand new, but it looks really good. And it is the original top. We still got to order a back window. Excuse me. Still got to order a back window for this thing. That is one thing we don't have yet. Chelsea and Levi got the trunk all cleaned out. I don't have the key for that right now, but anyways, got to get this hitch removed. I don't plan on towing anything with this, so I'm gonna get that off of there. Gonna have to buy some stainless steel carriage bolts to fill these holes there. We'll see how bad the rust is on the bumper once we get that hitch off of there. So I did get a little bit of a head start on the interior. I will show you that here in a minute. I already got the driver's side cut out and started working on that. But what else? I think we do have a little bit of footage of the before of the interior. But we had baking soda poured everywhere, so everything kind of looks white, so you can't really get a good idea of just how bad these back floor pans were. Oh yeah, one other thing I didn't mention earlier when I was telling you what we all got done in the last few weeks was the top. The motor didn't work for the top. We had a short in the wire somewhere. I looked everywhere in the dash. I could not figure out where it shorted out, so I ended up running a new power wire to the switch here, but it works now. You go the right way. There we go. Alright, so a few things you need to know before we get started on these floor pans. 1, I'm not a body man. B, this is not a how-to video. 3, I'm not doing a show car build here. I'm not even doing a full restoration. We're just fixing it good enough to make it a good cruiser, that's it. So, don't be too harsh on me in the comments. But anyways, this is how I'm going to do the floor pans. Alright, well, you might notice this side's already prepped. That's because I wanted to do a little practice before I show you just how bad I am at doing this. This side's just about ready to go. You can see I removed all of the center section. This is fitting in here pretty good. I'm going to have to beat it with a ball peen just a little bit to get some of this to settle down and get everything welded. But I'll hit all this first with some weld through primer, and then come back and I'll plug weld all of my holes that I pre-drilled, and then I'll weld the seam all the way around the perimeter. I'm not going to be able to weld this seam on the top side, but I'm also going to weld underneath everything I can get to on the bottom side. I should be able to get to everything, the whole perimeter on the bottom. Yeah, so I'll show you how bad I do on that side. Alright, so I need to dig all this seam sealer out of here, or whatever you call this stuff. I'm using one of these DeWalt nibbler or shears, whatever you want to call it. It'll cut up to, I think it's 14 gauge steel. I think this is probably only 20. I'm not sure how thick this is, but it works pretty good. Hit 2 seams there. That was a bad example. It just rips right through it. Obviously that's rusty, but it does struggle on some of the the dips where all these ridges are preformed into that to add strength. But yeah, so I'm going to cut out my all of the bad rust here, all the way over as far as I can get over here, and I'll cut just inside of this right here. There's 2 seams here. I'll cut just inside of that so I can lay my panel on top of this and still be able to plug weld along here and then weld that whole seam. So get started on that.
People like you got nothing better to do than throw rocks at things that shine. Well, you ought to be chasing your own dreams instead of shooting holes in mine. Then again, keep it coming, keep your big mouth running, keep kicking me while I'm down. Hop on the bandwagon, man, while you can, better doubt me now. Keep building that chip up on my...
Alright, that's pretty close. I think I got it to fit fairly decent. So now I'm going to just go around and mark where I want to drill, I don't know, a dozen holes or so for so I can put my plug welds in. And then I'll, again, like I said on that side, I will weld this seam all the way around. I got a little carried away right here. I got to fill a little bit of a gap, but there's still, it's solid metal all the way around until I get to right here. I think I can fill that little gap there with weld, so it should be all right.
Keep feeding that monkey on my back. I can feel your hot air blowing in colder, stoking this fire up under my ass. Gotta be living for the day, gonna see my face big as life and laughing out loud. Loving all you haters, begging you to doubt me now. Like a walk-on quarterback.
Okay, so I got all my holes drilled for my plug welds. I screwed up though. I had this panel sitting in here like this. I had it sitting like that and I marked all my holes. Well, that's in the wrong spot. So I can still work with it. It's not a huge deal, but this is supposed to be right against that seam like that. So that way I can weld this seam right here. So I've got a couple of holes that I drilled that I'm not going to be able to plug weld because there's no metal under them. But it's all right. I'll weld them shut. Everything else seems to be lining up pretty good. I'm going to have to do a little bit of massaging with the hammer in a few places, but especially over here, get this lip bent all the way down to the floor there. But everything's ground up clean. I am going to hit everything with some weld through primer first and let that dry, and then we'll start welding these in.
Cadillac, a backup to a third string. I'm outside the box, ain't got no shot at the bullseye or the brass ring. Yeah, I heard it all, bet you thought I'd crawl under a rock and never wanna come out. But I'll never let you give me a reason to doubt me now. So keep building that chip up on my shoulder, keep feeding that monkey on my back. I can feel your hot air blowing in colder, stoking this fire up under my ass. Gotta be living for the day, gonna see my face big as life and laughing out loud. Loving all you haters, begging you to doubt me now. Come on!
Floor pans all welded in. Don't look too closely at my welds because they suck. I'm not good at welding sheet metal, come to find out. So, but anyways, we got all that welded in, and we took a wire wheel on the grinder, cleaned up the whole floor, Hit everything with some primer that's got some rust inhibitor in it. And now we're going to coat the rest of the floor all the way up to this door seam right here with this truck bed liner. You can't read it because this is a used can, but it looks like this. So.
Chip up on my shoulder, keep feeding that monkey on my back. I can feel your hot air blowing in colder, stoking this fire up under my ass. Got me living for the day, gonna see my face big as...
All right, we got all that laid down. I think we're done for today. Let this dry overnight. Hopefully it's dry in the morning because I'd like to get this carpet laid in there tomorrow. Tomorrow's President's Day, so I got tomorrow off yet. Got the carpet out. It's laid out. It's still pretty wrinkly. We'll see. I don't know that we're going to be able to do much with this tomorrow except get it in there and just kind of let it rest and take its shape. We'll see. But I guess we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're back. This dried up nicely overnight. Everything looks pretty good, I think. I've just got to put all these cover plates back on where those factory drain holes are. Got 4 of those to do, and then we'll be ready to start laying the carpet down in here. Oh yeah, I got Courtney helping me today. She's always so excited to be on camera, aren't you? She's gonna film for me today and help me lay this out, so we'll get started on this. All right, we got all these holes plugged up. I ended up having to make my own patch or my own cover plates back here because the old ones were too rusty to reuse, so I just cut out some sheet metal and used some silicone under them. Before we lay the carpet in here, I need to cut a hole for the shifter. And the video I watched, the guy said to measure from up here on the firewall where this insulation is back to the shifter. So I'm gonna try that. Hopefully that's the right way to do it because I don't want too many holes in the carpet. We got roughly 21.5 inches. Are we in neutral? No. Now we're in neutral. 21.25 to the center. So we'll try that. Hopefully that's right. All right, I don't know if that's gonna work to measure back from here because I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this carpet is, I'm not happy with it. It's very poorly cut up here. It is supposed to have a little bit of a dip in the middle for the insulation on the firewall, but I don't know if you can see it. It's dipped way down here and not hardly at all over here. We won't mention the brand or call out the company, but there happens to be a box sitting over there. If you happen to see it, I guess I would recommend not using that company. The back seat carpet, there was excess 4 inches. There was an excess 4 inches of insulation on one spot in the backside that I had to cut out because it was just a lump underneath of there, and it would have been a huge lump in the back seat under your feet. Anyways, don't buy this carpet. Buy something better. So I think we're just gonna have to set this in there and try and guess on where to cut our hole for the shifter, and we'll see how that goes.
Laughing out loud, loving all you haters, begging you to doubt me now. Yeah, I love all you haters, come on and doubt me now. Try and doubt me now. Hop on the bandwagon.
All right, well, you can probably see this isn't going too well. We've had to put everybody to work here. We got Folgers scrounge bins over there, some Rain-X, Thompson's water sealer, all kinds of stuff trying to hold this carpet down because it is terribly wrinkled and is not fitting very well. So I think this is as far as we're gonna go with the carpet this weekend. And for those of you wondering if I pulled it out of the box immediately when I got it, not that day, but it only sat in the box for 2 or 3 days before I pulled it out. So I think probably what happened here is this was something that was boxed up a long time ago, and I happened to be the one to get it. So this company maybe does make a good product. I just didn't get one of their good products. So we're gonna let this sit probably till next weekend, and then hopefully some of these wrinkles will come out, everything will kind of settle down, and hopefully this goes better. We'll see. Oh, one other thing we are gonna do today is we're gonna get the hitch off of this thing. And then I think that's going to be it for this video and it for this weekend. Got quite a bit accomplished though. I'm happy with how the floor turned out. The floor pans anyways, not the carpet, but it'll get there. All right, this thing's pretty simple. We only got 4 bolts holding it on, but there's a couple bolts in the center that hold the 2 pieces of the hitch together. We're going to go ahead and take those out just to make this easier. Of course, this bumper is bent a little bit, and I can't get to the back side of this bolt, or the nut on this one over here, so that's kind of the reasoning behind taking it apart here first, so I can maybe put a little pressure on it. Maybe we'll be able to zip it out with the gun. Hopefully the nut will hold, or not spin. But anyways, start with these, Court. Go ahead and stand over there. Start with this back one. Go ahead and take this nut off. Hold it tight. Okay, that's fine, let it fall. Dump the nut out. Okay, take this next one. Pull the trigger. There you go.
Is that gonna fall on my head?
Probably not. Alright, now get it on there. Remember to kick it to the side. Hit it. Nope, you gotta push. You gotta keep pressure on it. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, hold on. Let's get this side off, and then I can maybe move that in a different angle and get that nut to hold still. Forward to this side. Get on this one. Try it. Turn the socket if you have to, with your hand.
What do you mean?
Grab the socket with your hand and turn it. Oop, go. Go. Keep pressure on it. There you go, keep going. Alright. That was well. Now, let's try this one again. Go ahead and get on there. Oh, take the bolt out. Okay. Go. Up. Full blast. There you go. Alright, cord's too short to get this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it. It's right up here. You might actually have to get into the trunk and hold the bolt on these. We'll see. Nope. Nope, we got it. We'll have to remember to get those bolts out of the trunk. Alright, hitch is removed. I think it looks a lot better without that. I still need to get a couple stainless steel carriage bolts, plug the holes there and there. If anybody needs a hitch for a 66 Mustang or 60s Mustang, let me know. I will hook you up.
Thanks for